Hi everybody, this is Brian, and this is a very special edition of AAMI News and Conversation. We're here at AAMI Exchange 2023 in Long Beach, California, and I have a pair of very nice guests here today. They're award winners, and we're going to talk about their Association of the Year, which is the Colorado Association for Biomedical Equipment Technicians. So CABMET, I think we'll call it for the rest of the time here, but can you please introduce yourselves?
Yeah, so my name is Letitia Reynolds. I'm the current CABMET president.
My name is Bob Smothers, and I'm the treasurer for CABMET.
All right, great. And so Colorado, right? We have, AAMI knows a lot of different associations that are state-based or maybe regionally based, but I am curious what makes Colorado special. You know, do you think that there are any needs that CABMET is meeting that other associations might not have to meet or have to deal with?
Yeah, some of the challenges we have is just plain geography. We're so spread out in Colorado, and you have mountain towns, you have the prairies, so we're really drawing technicians from a wide area. Some guys come all the way down from Wyoming to attend our meetings.
Yeah. And your member base, I mean, I am curious a little bit about them. Is it mostly technicians who are based at hospitals, or are there also third-party technicians that you're working with?
Yeah, so we kind of have a little bit of everything. We have in-house biomeds, we have ISOs, we have vendors that are part of our membership. So it's a wide variety, and it's a wide variety from a lot of different healthcare systems. Not only in Colorado, we have some in Wyoming, and we've even had people from Kansas that kind of come sometimes. I think they have a relationship with biomeds in Colorado, but we do have those Kansas biomeds that will try to come just to be part of the association.
Great, yeah, and I'm sure our members want to kind of get a sense of what what CABMET's all about. So, can you give me a sense of some of the programming that you've done over the past year or so? Yeah,
so CABMET, their whole goal is to provide that education and networking opportunities for biomeds, with those vendors and ISOs, just to be a group as a team, because we work together in the system. Like our jobs, everybody needs to be part of that to make the job of making sure the equipment works for patients. And so we do meetings every other month where we provide a dinner, a little networking time, and then a class. And so we've had Medigate come present, we've had Verathon, a ton of vendors. And then we also do a 2-day symposium where it's a day full of classes. We do an expo and then a golf tournament just to kind of have fun and relax.
Oh, that sounds great. It's almost kind of a way to, I guess, stay at the cutting edge, stay up to date on best practices, things like that. Is there a lot of sharing of that kind of knowledge?
Yeah, we try. I mean, we have vendors from all over. I think this year our focus, we have a lot of imaging classes, but we also have biomeds and leaders kind of across Colorado that give up their time to kind of present. Like we have some leadership training and communication training. So it's just a wide variety of topics that techs kind of are able to just come and learn.
I mean, as a comms guy myself, hearing that you're doing communications training, that seems important. Some of the HTM professionals that I would talk to, who might be walking around here on the show floor today, they might think that HTM, they go to the shop, they fix devices, they go home. They're not really interacting with people. But it seems that more and more communication is important. Is that true for you?
Oh, absolutely. Really, gone are the days where you can be the grumpy old guy in the basement and you just come out and growl at somebody when they broke something and you fix it and then you walk away.
Right.
I really say probably 75% of my job now is more customer service. Speaking to the customers, letting them know where they're at, letting them know how much you care about their problems, that you're going to fix them. It's really so important nowadays.
Oh, that makes sense. When I think about changes within HTM, one of the things that comes to mind, of course, is the interconnectivity of devices as well. Is this a hot topic that your association is talking about?
Yeah, so we do have vendors that will come in, like kind of those experts within the HTM community in Colorado to talk about how things interconnect, cybersecurity, and because we know that that's an important issue, and having that basic knowledge will help you be able to troubleshoot it and kind of hopefully prevent those attacks from happening.
And then in my case, I'm a field service engineer, so almost never am I at one place for the entire day. So I'm dealing with a wide range of different customers with different problems and different interconnectivity of equipment, so you really got to think on the fly.
Yeah, absolutely. Are there any big trends that either of you are noticing right now, or maybe discussions that are occurring within your association that are making you think, oh, we need to address this, this is what's next?
One of the big challenges is we've talked about it for years, is just the hiring of folks. Getting. Of course, you want that highly trained technician that's maybe just out of the military, ready to go. He's got 20 years of experience, and it's just not the case anymore. That pie is dwindling so small that it's really a challenge. The last few folks we've hired, or the company I work for, had very little hands-on experience. They had a lot of technical knowledge and troubleshooting, but I was training them on how to test an EKG machine, and then after about 5 minutes, he says, "Oh, by the way, what's an EKG?" And I was like, "Oh, wow, okay, we got to start from a smaller level."
Yeah. Anything on your side?
Yeah, I mean, we when we have those positions, they take a lot longer to fill, just trying to find that right candidate. And so some of the things that CABMET's doing is we're trying to promote the field to those students. We do career days.
Oh, good.
Last year we did 2, it's 2 to 3 a year kind of when we can get involved. And so there's the STEM-related career days where we kind of promote the field. Because when you do those, like when they think of healthcare, they think of doctors, nurses, CNAs, those basic positions. But when they see, oh, wait, there are those other jobs that are maybe more technical. And I mean, we get a lot of, because ours is a very hands-on exhibit, we let them burn some chicken and play with an ESU just to kind of see the stuff we work on, and we take some equipment apart. And so it's really trying to be involved in those so we can promote that field to hopefully at least spark that interest. And this year we'll have our first scholarship where we will provide a $500 scholarship to an HTM-related field. So we're pretty broad in what an HTM-related field is, but we know that that's important to help get people in that role.
Right. So is that a scholarship that would then be applied to someone who's entering that HCM-related field, or is it more for, I guess, an employer who wants to hire someone who's...
It's for somebody wanting to enter an HCM
Okay, perfect.
field.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I want to dive a little bit into upcoming projects, anything like that. I know that CABMET has been supporting Project Cure in Denver. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Project Cure, they have locations kind of across the U.S. I think it's 7 locations when I looked it up. But what they do is they collect equipment and the medical supplies from hospitals, and they actually will pack them up and then send them overseas to countries and help establish hospitals or maybe establish a new type of modality that a hospital could use. And so CABMET, for as long as I can remember, has always volunteered. So every December we do a Project Cure work day where we, instead of doing a meeting, we actually go and we volunteer time checking the equipment that they get donated, helping them sort supplies, and things like that. And it's a great way just to kind of put those skills that we have back to use to help. And then we've also, this last 6 months, we've really tried to do that more often than just that once a year, because they get so much equipment, which they need, and they use it, but it needs checked. They want to make sure it works before.
Absolutely.
And then we're also going to look at providing some training for the volunteers that they have on a regular basis. So they're volunteers that are there more often than maybe what the biomeds are going to be your retired mechanical engineers that don't really have the biomed experience. So we're actually looking at how we can create like a kind of a basic biomed training program so they kind of have a better understanding of what they're checking, so they're not dependent on us maybe being able to give that time.
Oh, that's great. No, you know what? I was just speaking to another one of the award winners, Shauna Mullally, who I believe she got the humanitarian award through the AAMI Foundation, and she does a lot of the areas that are incredibly isolated across the world. They may not have access to the kind of training that you're talking about. And it seems that that's the same takeaway. Even though, we're talking about third world countries versus local here, that training is still necessary for making sure that these devices are not only going to reach the places where they need to reach, but they can actually be used afterwards. That seems incredibly important. I want to ask you both if there's anything else that we should, you want to bring attention to, or that we want to talk about right now.
I think it's just, no matter what you're doing, kind of promote the field, whether it's to students so we can help increase that job, getting the job placements, but also to the organizations that you're part of, because if your organizations know who you are, because to be honest, and I work in a hospital, not everybody even in a hospital knows what a biomed is.
Right.
Their equipment magically works and they don't care. But so having that opportunity to kind of promote that will help you in the long run to kind of for them to understand and help you get the equipment you need and let you know when things aren't working so you can fix it in a timely manner. So just no matter who you are, go out and promote what we do so people have a better understanding.
Well, that's great. It almost comes back to that the communications that we were talking about in the beginning there.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today. Anybody who is in the Colorado area, or I guess even some of the surrounding states, should definitely check out CABMET. You sound like an amazing association, and I'm looking forward to hearing more of what you can accomplish.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.